Assistant Executive Director Frank Gentle, welcome to the state of Florida for boxing. I'm going to quickly go over the rules and regulations and some things that we need to take care of tonight so you won't have to worry about it tomorrow. And so you will have an idea what's going on. First of all, showtime to the venue tomorrow night is 4:30 p.m. Trainers, fighters, you need to be here. The only people that's allowed in the corners in the dressing room are those people that have a license, okay? No girlfriends, aunts, uncles, cousins. Please take care of that before you go inside of the dressing room. There's a inspector assigned to each one of your corners from the state. That inspector is there to make sure you follow the rules in accordance with the Florida State Commission. So I know many of you come from out of state, but those inspectors are there to assist you to make sure that everything is right and taken care of, okay? If you have any issues with any of the inspectors, do not touch anybody from the commission. If you have an issue, come to the commission table and see the executive director, Mr. Patrick Cunningham. So, with that being said, trainers and seconds, you cannot wrap your fighter's hands until an inspector is present. Once an inspector is inside of the dressing room, they will stand there, let you wrap their hands. Once your hands are wrapped, you cannot leave the dressing room or the site of an inspector. If you leave the dressing room or the site of an inspector, those wraps will be cut and your hands will be wrapped again. So please stay in sight of the inspector. The only thing that you're allowed to use on the body in the state of Florida is smoke-coated Vaseline to the face only. Nothing else on the body is smoke-coated Vaseline to the face only. That's the only thing that you're allowed to use on the body. Please allow the inspectors to do their jobs. No food, drinks, or anything like that inside of the dressing room. You may have some Gatorade and definitely no energy drinks. If you're drinking an energy drink and get caught before the fight, then you're not going to be able to fight because that does stuff to your heart rate, okay? So no energy drinks inside of the dressing room, and please do not drink before you come to the fight. Anyone working the corner in the state of Florida, you must have a license. As a trainer, second, you must have a license. So if you don't have one, let's get that taken care of tonight and we'll be good to go. Trainers and seconds, you can coach from the corner, but there's no beating on the apron, and you must stay seated at all times. If you're getting excited and jumping up, then the inspector is going to ask you to take a seat. If you don't follow their instructions, then you may get escorted from the ring. In the corner, the only thing that's allowed at ringside is water only. If you're going to take water and transfer it from a regular bottle into a squeeze bottle at ringside, that must be done in the presence of an inspector. The inspector will validate that water was poured and so forth, and you'll be good to go to take it at ringside. Nothing else is left in the corner. Fighters, trainers, at the warning bell, please make sure the mat is dry for the safety of the fighters and get out of the ring as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. In the state of Florida, we're on a 10.1 system, and the fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any of the rounds. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect, and the fighter must show effort at all times. If you have any issues with what is called with the referee, there's a professional way to go about it and an administrative way to go about it. So you can see the executive director and make a petition. However, do not touch any of the referees and have a fit on them, okay? Or anyone from the commission staff. In the state of Florida, if there's a KO, there's a minimum of 60 days suspension, and the doctor can increase that depending upon how much punishment he feels the fighter is taking. If it's a TKO, it's a minimum of 30-day suspension, and that can also be extended depending upon how much damage the doctor thinks the fighter is taking. With that being said, tomorrow night, 4:30 is showtime. The referees will come into each one of the dressing rooms and provide you instructions concerning legal blows and so forth. With that being said, no. All right, other than that, yes, I have. Yeah. Okay. Other than that, we're ready to go.
All right, thank you, Tim. All right, just a reminder, we're going to bring you guys up from the main event on down. 1 fighter, 1 second. Want to remind you that when you finish weighing, do not leave the little area here because they want you guys to face off against each other for our photographers and our media folks. Keep it classy, no garbage going on here. This is a classy event. You fight tomorrow night, not tonight at the weigh-in. Act like a professional when you come up here to get weighed, okay? Everybody got it? All right. We also want to give a shout out to one of our partners who's here this evening. We have representatives from Golden Boy Promotions. They're here for the main event. Let's give them a nice welcome here to Tampa, Florida. Tomorrow night's show going to be streamed live around the world on the internet, so we're very excited to have them here with us. And one of those fights that will be on that stream is our main event. We're going to bring the main event fighters up right now. Let's have Taronse, Washington, and Yamaguchi Falcão.
Contract weight, 161. And this is Mr.
Yamaguchi.
Be still. 161.6.
161.5 for Yamaguchi Falcão. Taronse, Washington.
Be still. 160.2.
160.25 pounds. Okay, guys, throw some shorts on and come back up here and do a little face-off for our media. On deck will be Mr. Maxwell and Mr. Coyle.
Ooh, I feel a little tension in here. That's what I'm talking about.
This way. Look this way.
There you go. Yeah.
All right.
Square B.
Look this way.
All right, main event. Taronse, Washington, and Yamaguchi Falcão.
Good job.